Welcome to this special press briefing from Moroni, Comoros on Vice President visit to Comoros. Vice President arrived in Moroni yesterday, and since then he has had some engagements. There are some planned for later today. To take you through them, I have with me Secretary Economic Relations, Shri T.S. Tirumurthy, Joint Secretary East and Southern Africa, Dr. Neena Malhotra, and India's Ambassador to Madagascar and Comoros, Shri Abhay Kumar. I would request Secretary ER to make an initial statement, after which we can take questions if there are any.
Thank you very much for coming here this afternoon. The Honorable Vice President of India, Shri Venkaiah Naidu, is on a two-nation state visits to Comoros and Sierra Leone. He is accompanied by a high-level delegation, including Shri Sanjeev Kumar Balyan, Honorable Minister of State for Animal Husbandry, Fisheries and Dairying, Shri Ram Vichar Netham, Honorable Member of Parliament, and senior officers of the Government of India. Honorable Vice President arrived last evening in Moroni, the capital of Comoros. He was received on arrival by the President of the Union of Comoros, His Excellency Mr. Azali Assoumani himself, and members of his cabinet and other dignitaries. He was accorded a ceremonial welcome as well as an enthusiastic reception on his way to the hotel. Honorable Vice President's visit is the first ever high-level visit from India to Comoros. Last evening, Honorable Vice President addressed the Indian community, where his speech was widely welcomed and received with enthusiasm. Comoros has a small but vibrant Indian community of around 250 PIOs and NRIs. This morning, the two leaders held official delegation talks, official discussions at the Presidential House at delegation level, as well as at tete-a-tete. Several ministers of the cabinet were present. The discussions were held in an exceptionally warm and friendly atmosphere. His Excellency President Azali Assoumani warmly welcomed the Honorable Vice President and expressed his deep appreciation for the visit. He spoke of the close bonds which bind our two countries across the Indian Ocean. He recalled the contribution of Mahatma Gandhi in shaping the world in the 20th century. He also announced that Comoros will be bringing out a special postage stamp to honor Mahatma Gandhi during the 150th birth anniversary. He underlined the importance of India-Comoros bilateral cooperation for peace and security, especially in the Indian Ocean region. His Excellency President Assoumani expressed his happiness at the various agreements which has been signed, particularly in the areas of health, defense, culture, Foreign Office consultations, etc. He mentioned about his 2030 vision and program to transform Comoros into an emerging economy. The Foreign Minister of Comoros underlined Comoros' commitment to work with India in the areas of terrorism, UN Security Council reform, implementation of the SDGs, peace, stability and security of the Indian Ocean region, defense and security, eradication of poverty, climate change, etc. He requested for India's continued support and sharing of technical expertise and experience. As co-founder of the International Solar Alliance, Comoros will also look to India for solar projects. Comoros also conveyed their support for India's membership of the UN Security Council. Honorable Vice President recalled the historical and close bilateral relations and the similar challenges being faced by both countries. He recalled the successful visit of the President of Comoros to India in March last year for the founding conference of the International Solar Alliance and other visits from Comoros to India. He thanked Comoros for their consistent support to India's candidature at various international fora. Honorable Vice President underlined that our maritime security is interlinked and recalled Prime Minister Modi's vision for a collaborative security architecture in the Indian Ocean. Both sides signed an MOU on defense cooperation. India also announced a grant of $2 million as a gift for interceptor boats to Comoros and a line of credit of $20 million for procurement of high-speed interceptor boats. Both sides vow to fight terrorism in all its forms and manifestations. In this context, the Honorable Vice President thanked Comoros for their condemnation of the terror attacks against the Indian security forces in Pulwama in February this year. Honorable Vice President also expressed India's desire to share our development experience, expertise, and partnership with Comoros. In this context, he recalled the line of credit being extended by India of $41.6 million for setting up of a 18-megawatt power plant in Moroni and other grant assistance for a vocational training center. He indicated India's readiness to take forward our development cooperation in solar energy projects, capacity building, especially under ITEC and ICCR, and expressed his happiness on signing the MOU on E-Vidya Bharati Arogya Bharati, tele-education and telemedicine Pan-Africa project being undertaken in Africa by India, which was launched on the 7th of October earlier this month by the External Affairs Minister. India also announced the gifting of medicines worth $1 million, transport vehicles for $1 million, and 1,000 metric tons of rice. An MOU on arts and culture was also signed. The two sides noted that India was the second largest trade partner of Comoros and welcomed greater inward investment from Indian companies and for ramping up of our trade links. An MOU on health cooperation was also signed, and both sides noted that many Comorians chose India for medical treatment. Honorable Vice President thanked the President of Comoros, His Excellency Assaumani, for looking after the welfare of the Indian community in Comoros and appreciated the Indian community for contributing significantly to the Comorian economy and society. In a unique honor, President Assaumani conferred on Honorable Vice President the highest decoration of Comoros, Commander of the Order of the Green Crescent of Comoros. Honorable Vice President accepted the honor on behalf of the 1.3 billion people of India and as a symbol of India-Comoros friendship, calling the Indian Ocean as an ocean of friendship. His Excellency President Azali hosted a banquet lunch in honor of the Honorable Vice President. Later this afternoon, in yet another rare gesture, Honorable Vice President will be addressing the National Assembly of Comoros. This will be the first time that a high dignitary has been invited from India to address the Parliament of Comoros. Tomorrow, the Honorable Vice President and the delegation will be leaving for Sierra Leone on the second leg of his visit to Africa. Thank you.